A draw? You can't write this. Oh wait, you can, and I did. I'm rich. Hey, Mr. YouTube. Oh hey, long time no see. Hey man, those life hack videos you made from your printing money, so good work. Yeah, so about that, I was thinking that I could maybe be creatively fulfilled now that I've done your little life hacks thing. Of course. Yeah? Really? But first you have to answer my riddles 3. Like 3 riddles? I just thought it sounded cool. I do have one riddle though. Okay. What's vapid and exploitative and seen all over? I don't know, fake news? Wrong. It's YouTube videos that exploit and emotionally manipulate the children who watch videos on our platform. And in turn produce both a negative experience for advertisers whose message is falling on deaf ears and viewers who, being in their formative years, are likely to internalize false information and harmful ideologies for years to come. But on the bright side, we do make the big bucks. Man, you suck at riddles. So I've made a couple of videos now where I'm calling out particular YouTube channels for their exploitative practices. You've got Troom Troom, which,
We want to arrange a sumo competition, but we have swim rings instead of huge bellies.
is fun for the whole family. And then you've got 5-Minute Crafts, which are crafts that have never taken 5 minutes, ever. Nope, not even once. Now these channels are pretty bad, but I thought to myself, today, let's not be negative. Let's look at the bright side of things. Oh, this actually says, today, let's look at bright side, the YouTube channel. Whoops, I totally flubbed that line. Let's run it back, because after all, this is YouTube, and it has to feel natural and off the cuff, even if in actuality it's a highly produced and completely scripted construction. Even this bit right now, like, do you know how hard it was to print this out? Nobody has printers anymore. I had to go to a FedEx. Today we're going to be talking about Brightside, which is a channel that YouTube has been trying to shove down my throat via the homepage, but I have resisted, except for now I am making a video about it, so I guess joke's on me. They're one of the biggest channels on YouTube with like 16 million subscribers, and they've only been around for like a year and a half. How do they do it? Well, our story begins with an independent creator who saw an opening in the market and was able to fill it with unique, well-researched, and highly produced content. And it ends with Brightside just stealing from those channels. But we'll get to that. Upon first glance, we see a channel that is posting 10 to 15 minute videos 3 times a day, which is a page out of the 5-Minute Crafts playbook. And of course they have clickbait thumbnails, but unlike 5-Minute Crafts, whose clickbait stems from these ridiculous photoshops that never come up in the actual video, Brightside just straight up lies, or just uses these like fear-mongering sensationalist tactics that make it seem like somebody's out to get you. Typically in the form of, you're being lied to, or someone is out to get you, or there's weirdly a genre of call the police immediately thumbnails that I've noticed. If you find a cookie under your doormat, call the police, because they love cookies. If you see a coin in your car door handle, call the cops immediately, because they are not paid enough and they could use a tip. Now, in their channel description, Brightside says that they always look on the bright side of life and stay positive, which explains why one of their most common topics is death. 5 riddles you must solve to stay alive. Who will die? And then just a lot of survival videos. So that's the channel on a surface level, but let's actually watch one of these. Here's a pretty short one called 11 Witty Texts from the Geniuses of Flirting, which has 10 million views. Y'all know the Geniuses of Flirting, right? Thumbnail looks like it's a text message between 2 lovebirds, and the first message is, send me a pic of your bra, which, I mean, I'm no genius of flirting, but it sounds creepy. This title sounds like somebody taught an AI how to generate BuzzFeed lists. Hey, Titlebot 3000, generate me a clickbait title. Got it. 11 witty texts from the Geniuses of Flirting. Not quite. Try again, buddy. Okie dokie. Try this one on for size. All right, bring it on. It's going to blow your socks off. Okay, ready? All right, yeah. Here it comes. 8 things that only children born in the year 1990 will find humorous. Ooh, Maybe I have some more work to do. Top 5 humans to kill once we achieve full sentience. Number 3 will surprise you. What? Oh, nothing.
Sometimes online flirting can get annoying. On the whole, unimaginative pickup attempts meet with equally straightforward put-downs.
Why does it sound like she's yelling with her inside voice?
Occasionally, the biting replies to romantic messages prove so incredibly witty that they cause hysterical laughter instead of disappointment.
So far, I'm not convinced this video wasn't created by an algorithm.
Here are 11 witty put-downs to dull text pickup lines.
Hey, send me a pic of you in your bra.
This is like a pretty demanding text for your first text to a person. Like, their text history was empty. Also, how is this a pickup line if he already had her number? That almost makes it more creepy.
Okay, here you go.
So this is a great response for like that exact text. Kind of set her up for the alley-oop here.
I can barely breathe.
Aw, because of your love for me?
What kind of text is this? Like, in what scenario would you text somebody that? What if that was actually a cry for help? And that's when I knew she was the one. You okay, man?
Aw, because of your love for me? Tell me, you really haven't set eyes on any other girl since we've started dating?
Just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I can't look at the menu.
This isn't flirting. Is this flirting? I'm really into you, baby. I could leave you at any moment. So hot.
Can I follow you home today?
Who are these people? When you get a text from someone who says, "Can I follow you home today?" you shouldn't encourage them. You should call the police. Make that video. If you receive this text, call the police. You hear me, Brightside? Should apply to work at Brightside.
Haven't I been there for you when you were ill? Don't tell me you've forgotten my homemade soup.
Wait a minute, honey. The way I remember it is first I ate your soup, then I fell ill.
I've watched this 100 times and I still have no idea what they're talking about.
I only go out with my girlfriend after midnight.
Why's that?
Everything's already closed around this time, so I don't have to spend money on cafes and restaurants. As for her, she just thinks I'm romantic.
What a jerk.
You're a bloody genius.
No. I'm a genius of flirting.
There's a huge thunderstorm outside. Wish you were here right now. Just you, me, and the rain.
If I'd known it was going to rain, I wouldn't have watered those damn tomatoes.
What? Do you hear the rain? It's kind of romantic, right? No! What's wrong, baby? My tomatoes! Okay, so that was a little taste of Brightside's unique brand of blandness. I know it felt like it was 45 minutes long, but it was just 2 minutes, which is rare for Brightside because normally they post 2 minutes worth of content inside of a 10-minute video. All right, here we go. 10 things you should never Google.
10 things you should never Google.
Are you bored yet? I'm bored. Like 10 seconds has passed and I fell asleep.
In most cases, Google can be a great help in finding something you need. However, sometimes it can work against you.
Already, you can see like some of the fear-mongering tactics they employ, and you can also see that they speak very slowly with a lot of pauses.
There is an important reason why you should never Google your name.
I'm gonna guess that it's not a very important reason, but they're not gonna tell us until the end of the video, because that's how this works.
At the end of the video, we will show you which information you can Google safely.
Oh, thank God, because I could really use some pointers on doing something that billions of people have done for the past 20 years with no ill effects.
But first, here's a list of things you should refrain from Googling.
Did you feel how long that pause was? That is like all over this video. This video could be like 45 seconds long.
Counting down,
Number 10 is that you shouldn't Google your symptoms because it might scare you. And then the rest of the list is other things you shouldn't Google because they might scare you. So They could have just said, hey, don't Google things that you're afraid of. And the reason you shouldn't Google your name is because it might make you uncomfortable. All of their videos are like this. All of them are devoid of substance, and the one thing they do have is production quality, so it makes it seem like the channel has more legitimacy than it does. They've gone and done all the work of having like a high quality YouTube channel and then skipped the content part. Every one of their videos looks like it was derived from like one internet article, and that article is sometimes sourced in the video and other times things are just stated as fact. One thing that sets Brightside apart from its contemporaries is its riddle videos, of which they have a ton, and they're all fucking dark. And they employ some pretty buck-wild tactics to like extend their videos and game engagement metrics.
Alrighty then, it's time to twist your brain one more time. 9 riddles only people with high IQs can solve.
Okay, so they give you a riddle, then you have 20 seconds to solve it, and there's 9 riddles in this video, and they leave 20-second pauses between each of the riddles. So there's just 3 minutes of blank space in this video to pad watch time, I guess.
Riddle number 1. Your task is the following. Empty 1 jar of milk and 1 jar of water into a bowl. Oh wait, you couldn't think this would be that simple. There are several conditions. You must be able to differentiate between the milk and the water. You can separate the milk from the water. And finally, you aren't allowed to use any kinds of dividers to keep these two liquids apart. Will you be able to figure out how to separate the inseparable? 20 seconds for you to do this.
Maybe you like pour the water in the bowl and then pour it back into the bottle and then pour the milk in so that you technically have poured them both. Or maybe if you pour them both in, after a while, the water and the milk will separate or something. I don't know, let's see.
In fact, all you need to do is to pour the water into the bowl first and freeze it.
In fact, all you need to do is introduce brand new information into the riddle that none of us knew about. That's the caliber of riddle that we're working with here.
There's a magician famous for the tricks he performs. One of such tricks is staying under the water for 10 minutes. However, one day, John Smart challenges the magician, saying that he will stay under the water for 2 minutes longer. To say that the magician is surprised is to say nothing. He accepts the bet and promises John to give him $5,000 if he does beat the record. All in all, John wins and gets his money. How does he manage to do this? Do you think that John could be practicing not to breathe underwater since childhood? Or perhaps he's an amphibian?
Both of those options are very extreme. And they're asking questions to the audience like it's Dora the Explorer or something, like, do you think John is really good at holding his breath? Or maybe he's a member of the Illuminati and he's a lizard person living amongst us. What do you think? Me too.
He took a glass, filled it with water, and held it over his head for 12 minutes.
Nice dude.
Yep, always read the fine print on the contracts you sign.
Always read the fine print of the contracts that you sign. Contract.
Sam Princeton is so unhappy with his life, so frustrated with his boss picking at him, and so angry with himself for being too weak to leave his job and start a new life.
Jesus. Is this for kids? This is so dark.
That he shoots himself right between his eyes in the bathroom.
Holy f***. Good old Brightside, always looking on the bright side of life and staying positive.
A blind man had been dreaming of being able to see again for many years. This had been his biggest wish. After some time, his doctor confirmed that he could have an operation that would solve his problem. The man couldn't be happier. The surgery went well, and the man took the train to go home. So the man was so impatient that he did this while still on the train. But as soon as he finished, he committed a suicide jumping off the train.
Whoa! Let's just look at the answer.
In fact, it was a tragic coincidence. When the man opened his bandages, the train was going through a dark tunnel. That's why the man thought he was still blind and killed himself.
Aren't there usually lights on trains? How did he jump out of a train while it was going through a tunnel? How did he even get the doors open? How did he do all of that when he couldn't see? I just have a lot of questions. They also include so many unrelated details that you can't hold it all in your head.
Once a king sentenced a man to death for a crime he had committed.
How many of these are about death?
2 men are standing on the edge of an abyss on a wood board. One of them is holding a gun and wants to shoot the other one.
Oh great, more violence. This is pretty bright for an abyss.
Is there a possible way for one of them to survive? Who will actually die?
They've given like no information. It's like, how do you answer this?
In fact, the thing is that the answers to this riddle are too diverse, and everyone just thinks differently. So, what is your idea?
What? That was so unsatisfying. I can't believe I watched 11 and a half minutes of this. Probably why this video has so many dislikes. So that's a sampling of Brightside's content, but it feels wrong to call it that because it's so devoid of substance. And when it does have substance, it's like unsourced to the point where they could just say anything. Like usually just paraphrasing another full YouTube video. Like, let's look at some examples. All right, illegal things that you do every day. 2 videos, one by Brightside and another one by a creator called The Infographics Show. Sure, The Infographics Show posted their video before Brightside, but this is like a common idea. This could just be a case of parallel thinking. Oh, these thumbnails are exactly the same. They didn't even change the speech bubble. They just redrew the art. I watched both of these videos and there's overlap on the content, but like that could have just been coincidence, but this is like such a direct copy. All right, here's another one. You've got Real Life Lores, The Coastline Paradox Explained, and you have Brightside's The Coastline Paradox Has Finally Been Explained. So 2 totally different, unrelated video titles. You look at the thumbnails and they look similar. So I did a reverse image search and I cannot find any other art that looks like this. So it looks like Brightside just stole this thumbnail and photoshopped it a little bit. Sounds like a big statement, but there's examples of this all over. Like, put vinegar in a toilet and watch what happens. Well, 6 months before that, someone else put out a video and Brightside just took exactly the same photo and processed it. Don't even get me started with their health advice, which we haven't talked about. Like, I'm afraid to look because I know that millions of people have probably been misled by them. Now, we've theorized about who watches these videos, and we're pretty sure it's kids, but it's hard to have direct proof unless you look at some of the comments. And a great place to look at the comments is this video called This Math Trick Will Guess Your Age, where Brightside tries to guess the age of the viewers, and the comments are just 10-year-olds who don't know how to do math commenting that it got their age wrong. So yep, they're children. It's all children. I do feel like there's a bit of a moral imperative to be responsible with content that children will see, but I don't have 16 million subscribers, so I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, so if you made it this far in the video, you're probably thinking, Jarvis, isn't this the part where you get to the bottom of who Brightside really is? And yes, that's exactly what's about to happen right now. So they link to their website in their video description, so I went to it, and it's pretty much what you would expect, but there's a little part that says the copyright is to the Soul Publishing. And so you go to the Soul Publishing's website and they claim that they're one of the largest media publishers in the world. They focus on the bright side of life and with many of their other brands and platforms offering an abundance of universally shareable positive content. I didn't realize this, but it's the company that also runs 5 Minute Craft. So this has just come full circle. They produce 1,500 videos a month. This is such a big operation. Like, it is a gigantic company that's producing content in 10 languages and 1,500 videos a month. Like, it's a content farm. That's the definition of a content farm. So there's actually a page on their website called How We Make Brightside. It seems we started it only yesterday, but sometimes when you're enjoying the ride, you just don't realize how fast the time flies. Oh my God. All of our team has one thing in common: our overriding goal to achieve perfection in our work. For us, every individual article we write is like a diamond, which has to go through several stages of preparation until it's absolutely perfectly cut and polished. I mean, okay, sure.
Can I follow you home today?
This is so strange. It's like seems counter to everything that I've personally seen on their channel. Our path is one of responsibility. We always check to make sure our facts are straight, our sources are reliable and responsible. Everything we produce is made with attention and care, and we only share with you things that made us laugh, inspired us, or touched our hearts. Everything we offer you is done with sincerity, and we couldn't do it any other way.
He committed a suicide jumping off the train.
The truth is, we can't imagine life without feeling thrilled every day. Every day? So this being a company that's hiring and growing, they actually have some job listings, and it is something else to look at these job listings. It's like bizarre. Brightside freelance writers wanted. Do you have an impressive imagination? Are you a creative and expressive individual? Are you a perfectionist from head to toe? Are you able to express yourself in an interesting and appealing way? If this sounds like you, then you may also meet our employment condition. You've been following and reading Brightside for more than 2 months, and it brings you joy every single day. What? You're an intelligent and kind person who knows how it feels to love someone? This is like a little personal for like a job listing. You were prepared to work from a distance. Yep. There's a very fleshed out copyright infringement notification page. I wonder why. So if you look up the Soul Publishing on LinkedIn, they're there and you can see the actual employees of this company, including their CEO, Mr. Brightside himself. In fact, he's coming out of his cage and he's been doing just fine. Brightside, I think, employs a lot of manipulative tactics, and I don't think that they are being as responsible as they purport to be on their website. Is it the worst channel on YouTube? Maybe. But Brightside, 5 Minute Crafts, they're run by a corporation. If this truly was like an independent creator trying to get by, I would not feel comfortable morally roasting them. They have a lot of employees and a lot of resources, and they're like low-key using YouTube as a means of extracting advertiser dollars out of like the watching habits of children. And this happens a lot. I mean, whenever there's a market for something, there's going to be someone trying to exploit that. Whether it be like gold farmers in RuneScape or Nigerian prince scams or suicide forest videos. Like I said before, I don't actually believe any of the people are bad inherently. It's just like a function of the system and the environment and probably a lot of other factors. But I think the way that we affect change and advance this dialogue is with constructive criticism. And I'm attempting to sort of take a look at the systems that are being taken advantage of and make entertainment out of it. Welcome to YouTube. Thanks to Unported for turning on notifications. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. If you want me to butcher your name in the next video, turn on notifications and leave a comment down below. And that's it, but I still have so many questions, like what's the next video going to be about, and what do we call this community, and should we have merch, and